ahead and get to the tail of the tape for this next fight. We got your boy Ill Smith. Oh, one of my favorite names, guys. You guys come up with some good names. Ill Smith in the blue corner, taking on Lazy the Machine Gamer in the red corner. Speaking of those photos that I was telling you guys about, shout out to these guys for taking these awesome photos here for the tail of the tape. If you would like your photo in the Discord taken for the tail of the tape, just hit your boy up. I try to usually run them on Saturdays and Sundays. They're very easy. It's up to you. We're going to be doing more with the tail of the tape system coming up soon. Both these boxers fighting in the stationary room space. We're going to be able to make the use of all of the ring. Both boxers, though, fighting by way of North America East, and a good height matchup. 5'11 to 5'6. Ill Smith coming out with a slightly taller build. And Ill Smith, 1501 to 2000 range for the ELO. Lazy Gamer just one bracket above, 2001 to 2500. And like we always say, ladies and gentlemen, styles make the fights, not the ELOs. So we're gonna go ahead and take it on to this next fight. Solly, Boxing Era Tony, if you guys will go ahead and take this fight real quick. I gotta double check some things. I'd like to remind all the boxers too, when you guys sign up, make sure your trunks colors are correct and appropriate. Boxing Era Tony, not Boxing Era Tony, Ill Smith showing up with a new fit today. Usually with the orange and gold, but he's wearing white and black right now. Lazy Gamer with the black and white. Let's get it on popping, guys.
Let's get on to popping indeed. And now Ill Smith, I don't know if he's been around before, but definitely for my first time seeing him as a fighter, so making his debut.
He used to go by the name of Bruce Lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ringside's got so many different people with so many different names. You guys got to just pick something and stick with it, right? Like, I know it took me a while to find Solid, but like, honestly, what makes it work is just like continuing to use it and just seeing other people like call it and cheer for it. It's how you build your fan base.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. It's like the artist formerly known as Prince phase. No one cares about that phase. Or the Snoop Lion phase. All right. Anyway, back into the match. So, Tony, any predictions? Have you seen either of these fighters fight before?
I've seen Lazy fight a couple times. I've never seen Ill Smith fight though. He's looking pretty clean. He's been landing a couple straights and a couple hooks on Lazy, but Lazy's also been landing the same amount, if not more, than Ill.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, this is when, after all the fights that we've had tonight, this has been one of the more measured and just patient battles. A couple of shots exchanged there, but really it's a very gentlemanly bout, right? It's like they're almost taking turns. Old style fisticuffs. Any early predictions for this one, just based on how you're seeing their fights go?
So far I'm really liking Ill's like his guard. He's been blocking most of these shots, and he's also been able to land some on Lazy. Whether they don't do much damage or they do a really good amount of damage, they're still landing. Just like that right hand right there. Yeah, he's been landing a lot of punches on Lazy, so Lazy's got to be a little careful, making sure if he is going to have his hands low, to stick to that name of Weave Machine and actually be able to weave all these punches, because these punches are clearly with harmly intent, so he's got to be careful.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's a good point, right? Like, I like the people putting in the different nicknames, but I feel like you gotta, if you take a certain nickname, you gotta at least match that style. And right now, Lazy Gamer is trying to do it, right? He does have that good lateral side-to-side movement. You go get that aerial shot, so if you can see what it looks like from above. But he really, he's using it to the best of his ability right now, and he's putting a lot of pressure on his opponent. Ill Smith really having a hard time here, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He survived round one against a ringside regular, and that's saying something. Plus, I'm from Philly, so you gotta represent West Philadelphia.
Born and raised.
I was born in a pretty boring state, so not much.
That's an interesting thing. Philly's an interesting city, but I feel like Pennsylvania's a boring state.
That's fair.
That's fair. I live in Atlanta, so
Hey.
you know it's a lot of fun over here. You know,
Yeah.
we got a good brand.
I've been to Atlanta before.
Yeah, we got a good brand.
Time.
Yeah, it's a good time. You know, we got a good brand, fun city, a lot of fun things for the adults. You know, Georgia, however, Greater Georgia, 90% of the state, boring, absolutely boring.
All right, but now back, not going back to the boring. We're going back into this round 2 adjustment round. Now, this is the interesting part, right, Tony? Like, whenever you, at least the gamer going for the hug, Il Smith, not about it.
Not about it, bro. Back up
But
off
being
me, dog. We out here for hands, not hugs.
Fight at the end of the round. But I was going to say, right, when you have such an even, slow round like that, right, like, how do you even make adjustments? Or do you make adjustments, right? Do you just consider to be like, all right, I'm going to do what I did, but like 20% more?
Normally, what I do, I kind of, if not much happens in the first round, I stick to what I was doing in the first round, and halfway through the round, I try to adjust, if you know what I mean.
Okay. So kind of like a delayed adjustment round. I like that. That's clever.
Yeah. So then I'm not adjusting late to where I'm like, it's last round, I'm already losing. So what's the point of adjusting? You know what I mean?
Right. Plus, too, if they don't, if you do start winning with that, they don't have as much time to figure out what you're doing before round 3. Right now, it looks like these fighters are just going with, let's do what we did in round 1, but 20% more. And it is going to looking well now. Right now, more punches landing, and Lazy Gamer starting to hit the barrage, and here he is throwing gas on this fire.
Yep. Something I noticed though, he hurt Lazy earlier in the round. He's been able to land a lot more punches on Lazy, and yeah, I mean, but at the same time, Lazy's still landing a good amount of punches. Dude, like they're exchanging a lot, but I feel like
was that a spinning back elbow?
Spinning back elbow.
Luckily, the elbow doesn't actually hurt anybody, guys. It's just for visual flair.
No, pure style points there.
It'd be funny if it did, though.
That would be crazy. That'd be absolutely crazy. We're very close to a UFC game, guys. You know, we get knees and kicks, elbows involved.
Man, I cannot wait for that.
Now, here's a question that I want to ask people, right? For things that are clearly cheating, Lazy Gamer not cheating there, finding a clean couple of combos to the face.
Clean.
Yeah, Il Smith honestly not taking advantage of the openings that Lazy Gamer is giving him. Now, Lazy used to be known as the weave machine, right? And so he is kind of shelling up, keeping that body protected and relying on his head movement a lot. But I feel like Il Smith, with the reach advantage and the height advantage that he has, doesn't need to get this close to engage. So you could throw a feint and see which way Lazy Gamer likes to move, and then capitalize on that once you have the download.
I totally agree there.
Okay,
And
there it
he
is.
is doing exactly what you said, finding Lazy on the spot.
Let's take a look at that in the
Giving him a
replay.
little bit of that taste of that combo.
Yeah, it was just a lot of short barrages in there. Finally, a couple of good shots landed in. I think what I want to see in this third round, guys, from Il Smith is you got to start, and I say this for a lot of people, we got to start setting people up, right? I call it the rule of threes. I don't know if this is the right way to put it in boxing, but we do this in fighting games, right? If you want to catch somebody with, let's say, the right hook, and that's your favorite weapon, you have to condition them to move into a position where the right hook is going to land, right? If you either notice a tell or you set something up where they're forcing their head movement, and you confirm twice, you do it, you show it the first time, show that that's your intent, you do it a second time so that people believe that that's your plan of attack, and then you confirm that they are taking the bait. Right, Adonis Banks does this a lot when I watch him fight. When I talk to him after the fights, he's like, yeah, I notice he likes to react this way when I throw out my my jab, right? And so this is what I want to see from somebody like Il Smith, Lazy Gamer, who like relies a lot on the head movement. That's kind of like a way that you can bait somebody into it. But here we go, round number 3 underway, guys. And Il Smith now just saying, hey, I'm just going to take the fight to you, bro. Last round, what do you say, solid open goalie mode?
Well, I don't know, because honestly, this round could go either way, right? Round 1 was pretty slow. Round two, we have an even knockdown. It was much more fast paced. We have even knockdown. So like this honestly could be anyone's match. I don't have a clear idea of who's ahead.
Yeah, it's
Look
really
like
close.
Lazy's hurt here.
Oh, guys, Lazy.
Yeah, boxing era Tony, bro. If you had to have a read on it, man, who do you feel like is gonna take it over in this match?
Right now, so far, I mean, like, the second round really could have gone either way. So,
Yeah.
like, it really could have gone either way. Oh!
You gotta answer
Lazy
quick.
lands feet. Man. But as I was saying, Lazy, he for sure took that first round, but that second round could have gone to either man. Right now, it looks like Lazy might take this round if he kind of just plays it safe. Just tries to take the win, but it's up to him. Either he's going to play it safe or he's going to keep doing what he's doing and keep pressuring.
100%. I think that, Il Smith has a lot of time to work with here. Lazy has been, so let's give him the credit with his head movement. He has been mitigating a lot of damage from Il Smith. But, Il Smith has shown that he has the ability to knock Lazy Gamer down. So if Il Smith can make this knockdown count, he's going to bring it to the judges, and we're going to be for an interesting decision.
Exactly. Like, if he's able to get another knockdown, if Il's able to get a knockdown here, this is going to make the fight so much more closer.
Yeah. It was interesting here. And Tony, let me know if you're seeing this too. Like, usually, somebody who's head movement a lot, you go dig to the body, right? Slow him down. The body doesn't move quite as much as the head does. But I like how, Lazy Gamer has been keeping his hands low, mitigating a lot of damage that Il Smith could do. Il Smith is almost forced to, really prioritize the body a bit, man. It's kind of, do you think he has the openings and the opportunities to get a knockdown on Lazy Gamer?
I feel like right now he's not really hasn't really been able to connect because of not only how, like you said, how Lazy's protecting the body, but also his head movement. So what I think he needs to start using here is some feints or something. Kind of try to bait out Lazy, if you know what I mean. Like go for a feint with a straight or something. See which way he goes. He just needs to use that feint more, but it's kind of too late now. I mean, round's about to end, so.
Yeah, Lazy Gamer doing a lot of good movement, mitigating a lot of that damage that would have been well played by Lazy Gamer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is
I'm guessing.
Oh, that's Lazy Gamer all day, 29-27, taking a look. Il Smith taking the first round, right? Lazy Gamer coming back 10-9 in the first round. Lazy Gamer returning with a 10-9 of his own, and then finishing out very strong with that 10-8 round. Looking at the knockdowns, dead even 0-0, 1-1, but it was Lazy Gamer getting that one knockdown and being very elusive in that third round. Taking a look at the damage, though, 931 to 817 for Il Smith. I just keep wanting to call him Bruce Lee. But then 1344 in the second round going to Lazy Gamer, and then 1194. Then that weave machine. Then 1246 to 876 for a grand total of 3004, 107 to 3001. Just barely a 400 damage difference there. Not too bad. But the winner from the red corner, Lazy the Weave Machine Gamer. And he did live up to the Weave Machine name, though. That man was out there. He's he was moving. I'm gonna lock in with the chat real quick. You know what I'm saying? Ben's chat. This is VR boxing. It's Thrill of Fight 2 out for MetaQuest 2 and 3 right now. It's a multiplayer competitive VR boxing game made by the Halfbrick Studio. So it's only been out in early access for a year. It's about to have a full launch later on, about 2 weeks from now. So yeah, imagine. And so then Matthew Bell asking, do you have to have a full room size to play this game as far as foot movement is concerned? Like, how do you move in this game? So two ways. So you've seen people in this game come in as room scale or stationary fighters, right? We've been letting folks know about that. So what it is when you have room scale, you actually set up a boundary, right? You draw a boundary. There's a minimum amount for room scale, but usually most room scale players have on average about 7 feet to work with. The size of your room, you draw a square and it puts you in there, and how you move in that space is that you actually have to move with your feet. There's no controller that's moving you, so you've got to actually move in that space and move around. So a lot of people set up the room scale space in the living room, the garages, outdoor on the patio to give them a big enough play space, right? The problem with room scale is that not everyone has the same play space. So what do you do if you have a 12 by 12 room and your opponent only has a 6 by 6 room? The game is going to automatically put you guys into the smallest play space of the two, right? So your room scale gets cut down. You have to fight in the section in which your opponent can fight in. It's a very big challenge for VR designers to kind of go about, because not everybody has the same room space. Now, the other way that you could fight is stationary, where they give you a 3 by 3 circle around you, right? That if you move outside of you kind of like jump out of the body of your character. In that movement, that is meant for people with extremely small rooms, and then also people who can't otherwise move, people who have to play in a chair, people who are paralyzed, right? People who don't have enough space to turn around. That when you move with a controller, so you move your actual body. That's why Solly says it's like fighting on skates. You're sliding along, and you can still throw hands and move. You just can't step outside of that bubble that you're in, right? So you have a little bit of space to work with, but not a lot. So hopefully that answers your question.
I wanted to ask Solly something.
Go ahead.
So earlier, when we were saying something about like MMA games or whatever, Lazy got a knockdown, so you weren't able to finish it. I'm trying to remember like what we were talking about. I just wanted to hear like what you're gonna say. Basically, I don't know if you remember what you're gonna say, but
I do. Funny enough, I was like, oh, there's just no opportunity to drop it in. I was saying, would it be interesting if we had like, you put in a boxing game, basically like the other stuff that happens in boxing, right? Like you can do a kind of a pure clean environment where you're like, all right, there's no going to be no such things as cuts, or no such thing as like other things that are illegal in boxing, or like not even like illegal, right? But just like happen by accident.
Add headbutts. Add headbutts. Ugh.
I'm just saying, right? If you would it, that might be the way to stop the the clinching collision, right? Is just like add a chance that like you might get a headbutt and you get a cut, and that's like a target that someone can hit, and like a new way to lose is now by like medical stoppage.
Yeah,
right?
like Dr. Stoppage.
All right, we got our next fighters up. So we're in the overtime right now, guys. So for anyone who does not have a dancing partner for these next couple of fights, we will have to probably move you to next week's card. So we are in the overflow. We've done all of our fights for tonight. Shout out to Ill Smith and to Lazy Gamer. Let's actually talk to them real quick. Ill Smith, Lazy Gamer, what's going on, guys?
Hiya.
Lazy Gamer, living up to the name, the Weave Machine, man. You shelled up, protected the body, had the head movement. You were mitigating a lot of damage in that fight, bro. You went against the bigger man, Mr. Ill Smith out here. How did you feel about your performance tonight, bro?
No, honestly, I had a losing streak to like the last couple of exhibitions, and I had some people rooting for me, so I had to like try and focus on the win.
Now, there's a couple comments coming in there. People were worried about how you had your hands low. Tell us about how much confidence you have in your head movement, man. Why do you have the name the Weave Machine?
Okay, so that nickname is entirely based off of a single clip that I did where I perfectly dodged like 3 punches, hit him with a 3 strike combo, and then dropped him. I think I may have the clip in my introductions.
We gotta see it.
Like introducing. So I could share it.
Yes. You gotta drop that. Gotta drop that, bro. I love lore moments, right? And at first we were like, I don't know, bro. He don't got a lot of head movements to be calling himself this. But then you really pulled out all the stops, man. Especially in that third round. I mean, you really used your defense to prevent our boy Ill Smith from ever coming back and really making that a decision match. So shout outs to you, shout outs to the dub, man. Really like your style. Hope to see more of you, man. Glad that you ended the streak.
Yeah, I actually have the clip right now, so I'm going to send it in the chat. This is like older Thrill the Fight 2. I think this might have been maybe V3 or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, let's take a look at that, guys. If you're looking on horizontal, you can see it on the chat here. This man, oh gang, 3-pieced him up too. That's crazy. Got the Ultra Instinct. We're gonna have to call you Lazy Ultra Instinct Gamer in a little bit, man. You keep that up. But shout outs to you, bro. Good games.
Yeah,
go ahead and
I might.
Mate, think about it.
All right,
Think
see ya.
about it. Think about it.
Long live the Freak Ford.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk to our boy Ill Smith. Ill Smith.
Hey,
Yo.
how's it going?
Bro, you almost were able to bring that back to a decision, bro. Third round came in. The boy, Lazy Weave Machine Gamer started putting the work on you, man. Now, we was over here debating back and forth, right, about the approaches that you could have taken in this match. When you're fighting someone who's fighting like the Weave Machine here, keeping their hands low, shelling up, right, but using head movement a lot, especially for someone like you who likes to get in on the inside and throw the short hooks, man. How challenging is that to get around?
Kind of a hit or miss, actually. You know, like I have a tendency to do those things, you know, those inside hooks. But boy, I mean, you pay the price if any counter hit, anything right after that, man.
It's rough.
It's rough. Yeah, because actually that's where I was getting hit. I noticed.
Yeah.
When I thought about it, you know, because it's from where I didn't see, you know, when I was in the side, my screen was going gray and stuff. But yeah.
Now, the taller fighter,
yeah, he
right?
was slipping a lot of them hits.
Yeah, he was using that head movement a lot, bro. As the taller fighter,
Yeah.
how come you didn't kind of step back and start using the range a little bit? Do you just favor the inside? Is that where you're most comfortable?
Actually, you know what's funny? I should have, because I'm really good at that. But the thing is, I had challenged myself the last couple of fights to work on the inside, because I ended up running into a lot of people who, you know, they was explosive on the inside. So I wanted to get better at that, and I just was kind of stuck on that for the moment.
Nice. Nah, I do love a challenge run, bro. I've seen Clint Steele do it a lot, where he's like, I'm gonna try it this way. It's just a game at the end of the day, right? You know what I'm saying? So why not try something new? Why not try to work on something to make yourself more well-rounded? So I got a better understanding of it, bro. You fought a good, hard fight tonight, bro. Appreciate you for stepping up and stepping in, man. And hope to see you back here again.
Cool, man.
Absolutely.